Hello everyone, I am BlackOpsAmazing. The Eisendrache has finished, and as we come closer and closer to getting some official information about DLC 2, we still have many questions about the Eisendrache unanswered. In the Giant, after completing the Flytrap Easter egg, the beacon lights up and Maxis says that he can now see where you are. He tells us he will extract our characters from the Giant and he will then blow up that facility. But in Der Eisendrache we know that this time Maxis is not able to communicate with us. Richtofen says, Maxis told me he wouldn't be able to communicate with me this time, meaning that he knows he wouldn't be able to hear Maxis, so we can guess Maxis told him ahead of going to the Eisendrache what he needs to do, which was to get Dempsey's test subject and kill him. Because Richtofen is not able to communicate with Maxis, we can also guess that Maxis won't be extracting these characters from the Eisendrache, and also Maxis will not be able to destroy this facility like he did with the Giant. So therefore, what is going to happen? We know the goal of Richtofen and Maxis, since they have the same plan, is to destroy every last reminiscent of Group 935. Since this is a previous Group 935 facility, and Group 935's work still remains at Der Eisendrache, that would also include destroying this castle. But how can that happen when Maxis this time is not here? Well, Richtofen says this.
With enough explosives, perhaps I could destroy this castle forever. I will bask in the heat of the explosion. I know a few things that can survive an explosion. When time comes, they will be violently ripped from this realm. This will prove effective. Very effective indeed.
So Richtofen talks about destroying the castle with explosives, or possibly something else. This is a Group 935 research facility. They have plenty of weapons and certainly enough power that Richtofen can use to his advantage and destroy the Eisendrache. The ending Easter egg for us, and the last part we see, is killing Dempsey, but Richtofen mentions that this castle must be destroyed, and the likely way that he does it is with explosives. Now, although we won't get to see him do this, this is part of Maxis and Richtofen's goal, and in order for them to progress, they must destroy this facility so it's like Group 935 didn't exist. So when we move on to DLC 2, although we won't see it, that now means the Giant and the Eisendrache are destroyed. It's just this time, because Maxis isn't here, Richtofen has to improvise and destroy it for himself. I don't know if there are any rockets still based on the Eisendrache. If so, then it's possible that Richtofen could maybe reprogram that, or put it on a timer to set off and come crashing back down into the Eisendrache and destroying it. We don't know, but what we do know is Richtofen is going to destroy the castle with explosives. So that is what will happen. As we move on to DLC 2, which we speculate to be Pompeii, once again with that island probably have a site relating to Division 9 who are allies with Group 935. We will have to destroy that location and possibly wherever we go with Nikolai. How exactly Maxis extracted us from the Giant, we don't know. By extracting us, did he mean that at the Giant facility, he knew there was a giant robot that he left there previously? He left that there as our extraction. We were to climb into that and use that to make our way over to Der Eisendrache, and that is why at the start of the Der Eisendrache cutscene, we see our characters in the giant robot's head chasing down the vehicle that contains Dempsey's test subject. We know the robot was eventually shot down by a launcher, which is why we see the giant robot lying dead in the town of Warfen on Der Eisendrache, but it's possible that Maxis extracting us from that site was him saying that he has left one of these giant robots for us to use and to make our way over to that site to extract Dempsey's test subject. Obviously, the mission of Der Eisendrache was supposed to be a lot simpler. We were supposed to use this robot and quickly get Dempsey's test subject with its claws, and that would have been it. We wouldn't even have had to make our way into the castle, but we know the robot got shot down before it could do anything, and so our characters had to get it for themselves. As Richtofen says, he must improvise, and although the road is long and dark, he knows where we are going, and hopefully the other characters will understand the sacrifices that Richtofen has made, and maybe they can do the same for him. For some strange reason, I got the hint towards Richtofen maybe in the final DLC needing Takio, Dempsey, and Nikolai to kill him. I don't know, I just got that strange feeling that Richtofen in the last DLC will tell our characters to shoot him for whatever reason, which I think would be an awesome plot twist, or Richtofen, due to all of this exposure with Element 115 in the Giant and now the Eisendrache, if there is even more in Pompeii, and we know the exposure of Element 115 can turn these characters or make them think as their former selves, where Richtofen was crazy. But it's possible with all the exposure to Element 115 in DLC 4, maybe Richtofen turns on us once again. In his heart, he will know his mission is to save Samantha, save Maxis, and make sure the universe is safe, but because of all this exposure to Element 115, Richtofen can't control himself and his old crazy self comes back. So Richtofen has to make the decision, which is to kill himself, or either let his crazy self take over and ruin the whole plan, which will mean things will just go back to the way they were. But I don't know, I don't think that. I really do think Richtofen is trying to do good this time, and let's not forget, we must save the children, so it's going to be very interesting to see how that works out, because we still have Sam and Ed who are missing. This storyline is getting so interesting. I really can't wait to see what's next, and hopefully we'll have a DLC trailer within the next week for DLC 2. So there we go, guys. Thank you so much for watching the video. Hopefully you have enjoyed. If you found out something new today, or I've just made your day a little bit better, if you could drop me a like rating, that'd be awesome. Any support really does just help me out, but if not, then I understand. If you want to see some more daily zombies videos as well, remember to hit that subscribe button below the video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section below. I have been BlackOpsAmazing, and we'll see you all in the next video. Thank you, and goodbye.